everyone. My name's Dave Parker, and I've got Mason McFarland, one of our guys who works in our office with us. Mason handles a lot of the back end details you never really see or hear, but it's so important. And so if we are representing a seller, and we get a letter of intent signed, there's going to be, the next thing that's going to come down the pike is normally a very large due diligence list or maybe lists,
Absolutely.
Right? And you're going to help them manage that. And we've talked about that before in previous videos, but we do that through a virtual data room.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, look, my generation, it's a little different working with my generation, which a lot of our business owners are my generation or older.
Yep.
And so kind of explain how that works and what they can expect. How do they go about this?
Yeah, so I mean, a virtual data room, it's your Dropbox, and some companies use software like Firmex or other things like that. And so this is where when we're working through the due diligence list, and you give us information, that information is stored in the data room, and it's a secure data room. Right. And so we kind of section everything off based off of what the due diligence list says. I'll have my side that I'm working strictly with the seller, and then I'll have another data room that either the buyer has given us or that I've created for the buyer. And I try to keep them separate because there's information that I may not want to give the buyer.
Yeah, let's run that out.
Yeah.
So there's customer lists, right? And every buyer out there wants to see the customer list.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't like for the buyer list to be seen right away. And at a certain point in the process we do. So we'll sanitize that, right?
Yeah.
There may be a list of 20 customers, but you're going to list them as customer A, B, C,
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Right? And so you're just making sure that what the buyer is seeing is exactly what they need to see at that time.
Right.
Okay, keeping the stuff confidential.
Yeah, exactly.
So Mason, once those two separate data rooms are there, one of the things that becomes really useful for us for the legal piece, right?
Absolutely.
And so then what happens when we start getting the legal documents? Because that kind of gets down to the final month or 6 weeks of the process. And how is that data room then used for the legal side?
Yeah, so for the legal side, it's used when you're producing the disclosure schedules.
Right.
And so you're going to give access to the attorney, or if we're producing the schedules, we use all that information because all that information is needed to produce the schedules. It may ask for your financial statements. And so it's easy to get out of there, pull from the data room.
So there'll be a schedule for financial statements.
Yes, absolutely.
And there'll be a schedule for, say, all your material contracts.
Right.
And then you make sure that...
Yeah, all that's right there in the data room.
Yeah. And so keeping that up to date and keeping that, working with the seller. And this is, we want everyone to know that kind of up front, because getting it organized in this data room is so vitally important for the process all the way through. And Absolutely. It really cuts everyone's workload down. There's a lot of work up front, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it does require a lot of work on behalf of the seller as well and your team. And but working with Mason, it'll get done quickly.
Hey, thanks for joining Grant, Dave, and the rest of our team today. My name is Andrew, and I'm with the business development side of ICCG. If you have any questions or want to talk to somebody on our team, please visit our website, follow the directions there. I'll most likely be the one to respond, so look forward to hearing from you. Before you go, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.